huge crash, bikes flying everywhere. He beats the world record yet again, and the fans are all on their feet.
A fast rider as well.
Well, there is the conclusion of that one. As Stephanie Morton goes one match to good. Remember, you have to win the best of 3 at the semi-final stage. Heat number 2. Wai Sze Lee of Hong Kong, China, the rider on the right of your picture, or the top of your picture, as we see her make the draw for the sprint here. And Mathilde Gross is the rider she's taking on here from France. What do you reckon to this one, Christina? Who do you think is the favourite going into this second heat of these two?
Yeah, it's hard because we have here really different sprint tactics. I think that, yeah, Wai Sze Lee, she's more tricky. She can sometimes better tactics than Mathilde Gross. Mathilde Gross is just a young rider and the future is for on her side, but maybe that medal, that gold final comes a bit too early for her. But you never know. We will see.
We will. Best of 3 potentially if it does go to a decider. I can tell you that Mathilde Gross has brought her own personal fan club, who are located here just adjacent to the start-finish line, with some very splendid French hats and Mathilde Gross t-shirts being sported by them. I'm sure that Wai Sze Lee will have some Hong Kong, China supporters dotted around the track as well. She has drawn the outside position here, so that obliges Mathilde Gross to lead this one away. So it's generally considered, Christina, that if you're the rider on the inside, you have to lead this one. That's the less advantageous position, of course, because you have to keep looking behind you to see what your opponent is about to do, whereas the rider in second spot can just kind of just sit there and just look at the back wheel. Is that actually what goes through your mind when you get those, when you see the result of the draw? You think, oh, I'm on the outside. That's good.
Yeah, it depends what you kind of style. There are people, girls and men, that love it to be in the front. They are love it in the back. So I always try to use the screens here on the track that I don't have to look back.
Oh, yeah.
I use them, and yeah, normally when you are fast, you trying to look between your legs to see the front wheel tire of your opponent. Yeah, and it makes it much easier to see where's the other people.
We often say in commentary it's the art of riding forwards while looking backwards, and which is not an easy thing to do. But of course, as you say, you can actually cast a look at our big TV screens here and just kind of use it as a big rear view mirror sometimes just to see what's happening. But I can tell you that the situation here is the same. That Gross is still on the front. Wai Sze Lee of Hong Kong, China had a great World Cup campaign, taking sprint and Kirin in the last couple of rounds of the World Cup, which culminated in the home nation of Hong Kong, China. And we've got 1 lap to go here. Mathilde Gross accelerating away. She is in the lower position on the track. Wai Sze Lee using the height of the track to sweep down and drop into the slipstream of Gross. Now she's got to come around the outside. She's got the longer way to the line. Gross is occupying that red sprinter's line. Wai Sze Lee makes her move, coming around the outside. She's shoulder to shoulder with Gross, and they come to the line. It's so close, but it is Wai Sze Lee of Hong Kong, China, coming around the outside and denying Mathilde Gross the opportunity to take the first victory. And well, that looked pretty smooth there from Wai Sze Lee. I'm sure it was a lot more difficult than it actually looked there, but it looked as though she got the timing of that absolutely right. Used the height of the track coming out of the finishing straight before the final lap, and dropped onto the wheel and came off the slipstream in the back straight and round the outside for the victory.
And the tactics from Mathilde Gross and Stephanie Morton are pretty much similar, so yeah, it could be smoother. So yeah, I really didn't like to ride against Wai Sze Lee because he's so sneaky on track.
Oh, sneaky on the track, we like that. Okay, let's see what happens. They're coming to the line now. This is the second heat, the second match in the women's sprint semi-finals. Wai Sze Lee of Hong Kong, China has drawn the outside position this time. They swap over from the first match. That means that Mathilde Gross is on the outside. Remember, Wai Sze Lee was the winner of the first encounter between these two. So if she can convert this one to victory as well, she'll be looking to try and do so. But Mathilde Gross knows she has to win if she's to go to the gold and silver medal final. The losing 2 riders from this semi-final stage will ride for the bronze medal. See the reflection. Christina and I chatted yesterday about the trying to outsteer your opponent, and how it's now impossible with the reflective visors on the front of the helmet that the riders favour these days. But they're off and running now. So Gross in second spot as they roll away from the line. She was bronze medalist in the European Sprint Championships in Glasgow in August of last year was Matilda Gross, also a European Keirin champion at the same time. So very powerful sprinter indeed. And of course, Wai Sze Lee, as we mentioned already, rider who lit up the action in the last couple of rounds of the World Cup, and of course was the runner-up in the World Keirin titles last year. So Wai Sze Lee in the white and pale blue colours of Hong Kong, China. Measured start to this one, as you would expect, and Matilda Gross doesn't want to make any moves at the moment. She's content just to roll around watching Wai Sze Lee from a respectful distance.
I think that Matilda wait for that moment where she can deep and go in the front and surprise Sarah. So,
well, of course, she has got that element of surprise on her side here. She is in second spot. And here she is, Wai Sze Lee, looking over her shoulder. Coach just offering some words of advice. Do you actually hear and pay attention to that when they're shouting at you from the side of the track when you're in the midst of a world semi-final? Does it register if the coach gives you some information while you're just rolling around the track like this?
the crazy thing is that you hear nothing from the outside, but you're just a coach. So crazy that you just can focus on one voice, huh?
Well, it was a word of advice offered there at the side from Matilda Gross from the French coach, but at the moment it is Gross who's now taken up the lead. We've got the bell lap this time. Gross begins her acceleration. Matilda Gross is out of the saddle. Wai Sze Lee's got the height of the track to her advantage. She drops down into the sprinters line now. Gross leading it into the back straight. Here comes Wai Sze Lee. She has lit the blue touch paper. The rider from Hong Kong, China, draws level with Matilda Gross. They're coming into the finishing straight. Gross on the inside, Wai Sze Lee on the outside, and it is Hong Kong, China's Wai Sze Lee who gets the better of Matilda Gross once again. So Wai Sze Lee will be the opponent of Stephanie Morton in the sprint final. Matilda Gross will meet Leah Sophie Friedrich in the battle for the bronze medal. Well, did that play out the way we expected? It was almost repeated. Gross and Leah Sophie Friedrich, the junior world champion for the sprint.
It will be the revanche from the World Championships, the World Championships in Anadia, I think. So the Matilda won and Leah Sophie got second. So we will see a few years later what the result will be.
Absolutely, that will be an intriguing battle. There it is confirmed for you, neatly summarised on your screen. A gold medal between Stephanie Morton and Wai Sze Lee, and bronze between Leah Sophie Friedrich coming up for you now. And we have the qualification round in this competition earlier today. And we filtered down the 19 riders who were on the start list this morning, down to the top 8 at the end. Speaking of intriguing battles, we're now going to go to the final for the gold and silver medal. Stephanie Morton, twice a silver medalist, on both occasions losing out to Christian Vogel, who's alongside me here in the commentary box, and Wai Sze Lee of Hong Kong, China. So difficult one to call, this one. Stephanie Morton will be obviously starting, I think, just as the favourite as being twice a silver medalist, but Wai Sze Lee is a very strong competitor indeed, and if she gets the first match under her belt, that will certainly put Stephanie Morton under a great deal of pressure.
Definitely. What I yesterday told that is that this will be the gold final. Sarah Wai Sze Lee against Stephanie Morton. A sneaky rider, Stephanie, against Sarah, a sneaky rider, Sarah, against a long full gas rider, Stephanie Morton. Yeah, going a tough ride. So we see what's happening now. Sarah starts from the back, she lost it. Stephanie starts from the front, she lost it too. So yeah.
Yeah, if you weren't with us yesterday, Christina did predict this as potentially the final when I put her on the spot to say what do you think we'll see in the final. And she does know a bit about sprinting, so in fairness, she is right. So let us see what happens in this intriguing battle for the gold and silver medals. It's the first potentially of 3, and it's Stephanie Morton leading away for Australia. Wai Sze Lee settling into a position a couple of bike lengths behind, and Morton decides to take the competition to the top part of the track.
There are several laws to have that big gap to the first position, that she can accelerate and you didn't see it at all, and then she's there and you wonder where's the speediness gone from her. So it starts more for Sarah than for Stephanie.
Yes, Wai Sze Lee is still in second spot here, beginning to accelerate. She's out of the saddle, just getting a little bit more pace into it now, taking closer order onto the back wheel of Stephanie Morton. It's all important to get the first win, to put the pressure on your opponents, and it's Stephanie Morton beginning to lead this one out as they accelerate into the back straight. Wai Sze Lee of Hong Kong, China, using the slipstream of Stephanie Morton to her advantage. She is level as they come into corner 3, as they come into corner 4, where she can get ahead. She's got the longer run to the line, but she's going to do it. Wai Sze Lee of Hong Kong, China takes the first match against Stephanie Morton. Well, I did say that if Wai Sze Lee gets this one and gets the bit between her teeth, really does put the pressure on Stephanie Morton, but, well, I wouldn't be surprised if Wai Sze Lee doesn't take this in 2 straight rides now, because she really did show Stephanie Morton the way to ride that one. She came from behind, she took it on from the front quite early in that one, but had the confidence she would hold off her opponent for the finish, and it's exactly what she did.
Just remember, a year ago, in the World Cup here in Frisco, Mathilde crashed and broke her collarbone, so it's nice to come back and to make it better with the bronze medal so far. And you see here the family from Mathilde, the mother, the brother, and yeah, a lot of friends, so it's nice that you see him with the big G on the t-shirts, huh?
Yep, obviously they've been to a local t-shirt provider and got some custom-made t-shirts. Very nice they look indeed. And they've got some rather nice hats to match as well. So very well turned out, all the Mathilde Gross fan club. And they have had their reward, because she has got a medal, a world medal. She is the bronze medalist in the women's sprint, without the necessity of a third and deciding ride. Will we have a similar situation here? Well, if that was an intriguing battle, this one is a really intriguing battle, because we have got twice the silver medalist on your screen now, Stephanie Morton of Australia. And, well, I'm sure she's been thinking, this is going to be my year. And once again, I'm in the final. This time, it's got to be the gold, hasn't it? Well, alongside her is the rider who beat her in the first match from Hong Kong, China, and is Wai Sze Lee, and she will start in the inside position. So Stephanie Morton has to win this one if she's going to take Wai Sze Lee to a third and deciding match. So again, this will be all about choosing your moment when the attacking move will come. We've seen great pace from both riders, but Wai Sze Lee rode the first match very intelligently indeed. I imagine, Christina, we're going to see more of the same here from both riders. This is the critical moment. Morton has to win this one.
Yeah, it's not a comfy position, huh? That she have to win and you have to make the second, that you go to the third heat. But yeah, Sarah is a brilliant tactic. She ride brilliant tactics so far, and she was in World Champion 2013 in the 500-meter time trial. So yeah, we could say it could be also her year to be on the podium and to be the world champion in sprint, because she also did a great World Cup series the last years, this year, and yeah, it's, I don't know on which side I should be. So that's...
well, we'll let you decide, but whichever of these two riders eventually comes out as the winner. And of course, if Stephanie Morton wins this one, it'll go to another even more nail-biting third and deciding match. But at the moment, it's Wai Sze Lee in the lead position here, as our shot shows you a view almost from the perspective of Stephanie Morton, who sees Wai Sze Lee as a reasonable distance in front. There's a gap at the moment that she will be able to close, because neither rider has applied any particular speed to this encounter yet. We're coming around with 2 laps to go. Stephanie Morton dropping down to the inside, adopting the sprinter's line. Well, Morton's decided to take this one early, and she caught Wai Sze Lee a little bit on the hop here. Wai Sze Lee out of the saddle, trying to close this gap. Remember, there's a lap and a half to go, so Morton, as Christina said, enjoys the long sprint, but will she enjoy this one? Because here comes Wai Sze Lee, 1 lap to go. Stephanie Morton going up the track now, dipping down inside that red sprinter line again. Wai Sze Lee, though, is getting closer. Here comes the Hong Kong China rider. She's caught Morton in the back straight. She's now been compassed. If she wins this one, she will be the world champion. Wai Sze Lee on the outside here, coming to the line, and it's gold and the world title for Wai Sze Lee of Hong Kong, China. Once again, Stephanie Morton will finish in silver medal position in the World Sprint Championship. Well, you have to feel for her, but you can take nothing away from the rider on your screens there. That is Wai Sze Lee of Hong Kong, China. Christina, I think a worthy winner of that one. She rode both matches extremely well indeed.
Yeah, Stephanie's trying to take a gap, and I think she was a bit surprised how big the gap is. So yeah, it was fault. When you have that big gap between your riders, you have to go full gas and take this chance, and she didn't. So it was playing definitely the cards for Sarah Wai Sze Lee, and yeah, see how I think she's crying a little bit, huh?
Well,
nice.
she's allowed, I think, the odd tear,
definitely.
They will be tears of joy, not tears of sadness, because she is the world champion for the women's sprint, and she takes that title here in Pruskov at the 2019 UCI Track Cycling World Championships presented by Tissot. And yeah, well, there's more smiles here, because as you were saying yesterday, I think she had the mindset that perhaps having finished in second place to you on 2 occasions, that maybe this is the opportunity that she would have to take the gold. But she met a very strong challenge indeed. As you rightly said, Wai Sze Lee had a great World Cup campaign. She had a great sprint in the final round of the World Cup. There was real competitive action before these World Championships in front of her home crowd in Hong Kong, China. She couldn't have asked for a better performance, and she has demonstrated here why that was such a great performance from her, because she is the new world champion. So the celebrations will continue here. But what we're going to do is bring you an interview down the track centre to our winner of the kilometre time trial.
Two unsuccessful, let's say, attempts in 2013 and 2017. You finally got that title. Can you explain us first of all, can you bring us inside your race and explain how important it is in your career?
Actually, I feel very nervous, but it's like incredible, and I feel more confident in the carrying, and also I hope I can read in Olympics. Yeah.
We wish you all the best for the future. Thank you very much, Sarah. Thank you.
Stephanie's really strong. Of course, it's hurt that she 3 times in a row got just the silver medal, but yeah, her time will come.
Well, as a world champion alongside me, we'll hope that Christina is correct, as I'm sure she will be. But on the podium come our top 3 from the women's sprint. Mr. Renato Di Rocco, the Vice President of the UCI, will be the presenter of the medals, and the Vice President of the Polish Cycling Federation will take care of the prize presentation. So she'll take her rightful place on the top step of the podium. Those rainbow bands not only around her jersey, but around the podium as well. Here comes the prize presentation. And Wai Sze Lee said she was a little bit nervous when we heard the interview, but no need for nerves, of course. She is the world champion, and I'm sure she's going to take great delight in that medal that she now has around her neck.
Definitely she looked at her medal, and she's really happy, really pleased her. Today and yesterday she did everything good, so everything went the best for her, and yeah, she's really pleased and really proud. You can see it in her face, and that smile I wanted to see on the podium.
Yeah.
Smile throughout your face.
She has a lovely smile, and well, she deserves it, of course, doesn't she? And as she said, it's put her in good position now for the Keirin as well, which of course comes up on the final day of competition here. Little bow, of course, always very courteous for Wai Sze Lee. And now the national anthem of Hong Kong, China. So the national anthem of Hong Kong for Wai Sze Lee, the winner of the world title for the women's sprint, joined on the top step of the podium by silver medalist Stephanie Morton of Australia and the bronze medalist Mathilde Gross from France.